We're back at Newport Transit Center, home of the cool glass pillars. I was not expecting to be here this early today because the Balboa Island ferry doesn't start running for another hour. So what I think we'll do is we'll bike around the long way to Balboa Beach, have the barbecue, and then take the ferry on the way back. Because it's 5:30 in the morning, we're about to cook up some food. Hashtag Gillet Gang. So we're gonna cut through Fashion Island onto Coast Highway. For some reason I made a counterclockwise loop around Fashion Island, not realizing it would have been faster to go the other way. For those that don't know, Fashion Island is a mall. I've never actually been there. I know it mostly for the bus station on the northeast corner. We're heading this way onto Coast Highway. So if I was going to the ferry right now, I'd turn here on Jamboree to Balboa Island, but instead we're gonna go all the way around to the other side of the peninsula. These apartments are called Promontory Point. I wonder if it's named after the place in Utah where the Transcontinental Railroad was joined. Alright, now we're crossing the bridge over Back Bay, which drains into Newport Harbor. There's the 55 bus heading to Newport Transportation Center. This part of Coast Highway is called Mariner's Mile of Newport Beach, home to Orange Coast College's Sailing Academy. Alright, we're finally reaching Newport Boulevard, which is the road to the peninsula. It's just, how the heck do I get on it from this side? Because there's no crosswalk here on Coast Highway, I had no choice but to make the massive loop up onto the bridge of Newport Boulevard. Oh, it looks like there's a devoted path that I could have taken, but we were down there, we just went up like this, and now we're going on to the peninsula. Oh, I forgot there's a free trolley out here. I guess that's handy since they cut the 71 from going to the end of the peninsula. You know what else used to run to the end of Balboa Peninsula? So Newport Beach has two piers, the Newport Pier and the Balboa Pier. And we're going to the second one because it's the closest to the ferry. It's great to get out here before it gets really crowded. I continued east as Newport Boulevard turned into Balboa Boulevard and briefly tried to bike on the actual trail along the beach. I hope this doesn't have hostile infrastructure that makes me rage quit. 8 miles an hour? Is that even possible on a bike? But quickly rage quit because there was too much pedestrian traffic, giving me flashbacks of Hermosa Beach. Man, the second pier is quite a ways down here. I'm really glad I bailed out of that trail. Okay, we're here. I see signs for the ferry and for the beach, the pier. We'll be turning right soon. Holy crap, I hope we don't have a repeat of what happened in Laguna, because people be here claiming them. Alright, I think I have a chance. I'll claim it. Nice. Time of arrival 6:20, so I just barely beat the ferry by a small margin. There's a rule shot. I don't think I'm breaking any. Beach opens at 6. You can see all the fire pits are getting taken already. It's the middle of the summer, so this is kind of to be expected. You come back in the fall or winter, different story. But some beaches actually put the fire pits away for the winter. Dockweiler. So today I'm cooking stuffed bell peppers, and that has nothing to do with me being good at cooking. It's just I happen to have the ingredients in my fridge and it seemed like a good thing to make. I've also got some Hawaiian sweet potatoes in case that doesn't work. And today we're cooking with radiant heat, where normally I boil stuff. This time we're doing it oven style. I'll get the tools out for that. I pre-made these in advance so I didn't have to bring a massive knife to the beach to cut everything up. But it's basically bell pepper stuffed with tomatoes, sprouted wheat, and tofu. And I put my LA Metro ice pack in there to keep it cold. So first we got this great thing that I welded from old stainless bike spokes. And then I have a plate. This is to protect stuff from getting burnt on the bottom. And then we'll just start the fire. Oh, and here's the sweet potatoes. They're actually purple on the inside. They look really awesome. I might be the only one actually cooking this early. I think the strategy is people come here at 6, claim the spot, and then stay here all day to have a fire at night. But I've got other things to do today. Let's not get run over by the trash truck. That's sweet. Yeah, there's all these random trash barrels out on the sand. I always wondered how they do that. They just drive out on there. Hopefully not run over anybody. And it must be 7 o'clock because the planes from John Wayne Airport are allowed to take off now. The airport has a curfew because Newport residents complained about noise. So many modes of transit in this video that were not expected. Yes, trash truck is a mode of transit. I hope this actually works. I've only done radiant heat cooking once before, and that one was very tasty. God forbid someone moves the trash can to somewhere that's more convenient for them. Good thing I didn't lean my bike against one today. There wasn't one nearby, because I sometimes need to do that. Alright, more heat. Okay. Alright, there it is. For having never cooked stuffed bell peppers, I was impressed by how these came out. Very tasty. Alright, I got to get going, but these might be undercooked. Success. And then the part where you get to feel like a hero for giving away your spot to someone who wants it. Interesting coil-shaped bike racks here at the pier. I'm trying to make it to a group bike ride in Anaheim by 10, so let's get to that ferry so I can get the bus. The boat to Catalina is straight ahead, but the ferry is to the left. $2.25 for bikes. The Balboa Island ferry runs from 6:30 a.m. to midnight every day of the year and has been in operation for over 100 years. The ferry connects Balboa Peninsula to the artificially created Balboa Island. Newport Beach was early developed as a resort town and is now one of the richest cities in America. Oh, we left someone. We're only going 800 feet. You're not going to see a lot of boats on this channel, but here we are. The ride is very calm, and it's only for a few minutes. They don't post a schedule, I think they just go whenever there's enough people, but it seems pretty frequent. And the fares are reasonable considering it saves you a 6-mile detour. We arrive at the island and the gate flips up. Bikes and pedestrians exit to the side. Thank you. So yeah, that ferry has been in service for over 100 years. Is that you, John Wayne? Is this me? Yeah, it's just kind of rare for my channel to have a boat featured on it. You're not going to see a lot of boats on this channel, due to a traumatic deep-sea fishing trip I had as a kid that made me hate boats. But that wasn't that bad, it's only 800 feet. To make our way off the island, we just follow the signs that say Island Exit. And whoa, more unexpected trash truck spotting in this video. We turn north on Marine Avenue, which turns into Jamboree Road, where we were earlier. This is like the quaint main street of Balboa Island. And then we cross the bridge to exit. And then up a big hill. That is not the group I'm going to bike with. At least, not intentionally. Alright, cutting it close. Got like 10 minutes to get to the bus. I zoomed on back to Fashion Island to catch the 57. Sweet, I can catch the 57 right here in the circular drive without having to go all the way up to the transit center. Those are the widest streetlight poles I've ever seen. I headed up to the Anaheim train station for the group bike ride and was greeted with a surprise. Oh look, it's the first day of the OC Fair Express and it's a celebration and I need to get back here to ride that eventually.